Hi, and welcome to IKEA. How can I help?
Oh, my schedule is crazy. I just want some me time.
Maybe it's time to embrace the joy of staying in. With comfortable beds, pillow and decor, mood lighting, and so much more, you can turn your bedroom into the place to be.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
We've got you. Visit us in-store or at ikea-usa.com/sleep to create your dream bedroom today.
Hey, Fidelity. How can I remember to invest every month?
With the Fidelity app, you can choose a schedule and set up recurring investments in stocks and ETFs.
Oh, that sounds easier than I thought.
You got this.
Yeah, I do. Now, where did I put my keys?
You will find them where you left them.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
A Haunting Beyond the Lake by Richard H. Brooks.
It was somewhere I'd often go over the years. That day, I found myself over at the lily pond, and as dusk crept over the nearby woodland, I looked across the water and noticed an image that became a thought, and then, little by little, fear. Beyond the water, beneath the willow. Ghost? Or something else?
You are such an idiot.
I keep thinking maybe it was a mistake. I don't know why the thought even seized me. There are plenty of passers-by in the Abbey grounds, though not at that hour. The scene had anyway been obscured by the dapple of shade beneath the branches. A coincidence, maybe, or an idea that had got the better of me. But then I saw the face, and my heart dropped.
Would you get on with it?
I'm thinking.
I can actually see you thinking.
Can't disturb a master at work.
It's cards, not chess.
You play chess?
Only child here? Can you imagine me playing by myself?
I can imagine you getting angry when you don't win.
Ow!
Lucy. Heart-shaped face. Comically expressive brown eyes. She didn't do cards, scoffed at the idea of a picnic. When I bumped into her at the supermarket and said, "What about a bike trip?" she almost dropped the boxes laughing. But she turned up. There at the station, with a rusted children's bike, basket and all, shaking her head in mock indignation. 10 minutes later, she was freewheeling down the hills, eyes closed, hands off the bars.
Well, you can try winning at fighting, but I'm going to win this, so that's a 9. Remember, reverses?
Oh, yeah. So, anyway, the mic costs me a fortune, but a friend who worked at a school reckons he can get me the stand and baffles for, like, nothing.
Raffles?
Baffle.
Like to be really confused?
Like sound insulation for the studio.
You're seriously building a home studio?
Yeah, for the album.
Don't you need...
All the songs written?
Well, a house.
You wait around.
She said.
Things pass you by.
And did her eyes linger on mine? I had turned that day over and over in my head.
Your turn.
There had always been others around till then. At the ice rink when we were kids, friends' parties, a roller disco where I spotted her among the flashing lights. I'd run over to say hi, forgot the wheels, turned a cartwheel and found myself staring at the ceiling. Her hand reaching out the throng to pick me up, laughing. Or maybe I made that up. She played an ace.
Ha!
I should have seen that coming.
My turn to pick up. Her cheeks dimple slightly as she suppresses a smile.
So, why here?
What?
Well, it's not the most obvious place you take someone on a... well, you know.
Well, it's nice, isn't it? The view.
I'd swept my arm across the lake, then stopped. Had I just seen... No.
You are so... quaint.
What? It is nice. Kind of romantic.
Oh. Romantic.
Bit out of the way, actually.
Aha! Is that so? Go on then. Choose.
What?
Last cards.
Honestly, I have the worst luck.
Yes, you do. A 7 and 10 and clear the pack. I win.
She laid a queen, a blaze of triumph lit in her eyes, a smile that, momentarily, became self-conscious. The wind picks up, and a shiver catches me. Why now?
Are you sure you haven't played this game before? For someone who doesn't like cards...
Oh, no. You got me to play this. 3 out of 5 and I get to choose the dare. Remember? Clothes off.
But there are people.
Well, I've been told it's very out of the way.
But why do I need to...
It's the dare. Besides, I've got a camera and you promised me an interesting view.
You really want me to... You're joking. You're just going to nick my clothes, aren't you?
Maybe. All right, you can keep them. But I want you to dance. Like a striptease dance? I'm not letting you up on this. You can do it to music. I'll get my Walkman. Ah, perfect. How do you like a bit of pop?
She'd slipped the headphones over my head. Forgotten how short she was. No. This is wrong. A shimmering of the light off the water. The whole moment was too...
She came from Greece, she had a thirst for knowledge.
Oh, okay. That's where I caught her eye.
Oh my god! You're so embarrassing. Go on, no, go on. Why are you stopping?
What's that?
Let me get the camera.
The photo.
No, look over there. Across the lake.
What?
Is that someone watching?
The mood changes. A sickening feeling.
It's just a shady bit underneath the willows.
I saw movement.
Like wind?
No, I caught something earlier, like a shadow.
People come here all the time. Look, if you're not going to do it...
I hadn't realized then what I was seeing. It was like a spell, unreal and yet real. A warning, perhaps? I took out my earbuds.
No, there is definitely something there.
Well, if you're not listening...
She put her headphones back on and laid back down on the bank, looking up at the clouds, feet swaying, head crowned by daisies. A picture. A picture.
Weird. Just standing. Staring. Lucy, look.
Slowly, unconsciously even, I moved my hand up. The figure did the same. No, the opposite.
What did you say?
At the same time. Lucy, I think I should say something. This is weird.
What? Ugh. There's no one there. We're running out of time anyway. Let's do something fun.
I don't know. I've got a strange feeling. I'm sure I saw someone moving. Like, when I move something, they do the same.
Well, don't do it then. I think you're just bottling out of this.
No, look, come closer.
I walked forward and
You saw that, right? Something definitely moved.
What if there is someone? They're probably waving or whatever because you are. I suppose there might be an outline or something.
the sun tilted below the tree line. The image shimmered, wavered even. A warning.
Like a sort of blur. I need my glasses.
You've got glasses?
Yes. I don't wear them though. I have contacts and I hate putting those in too. So I just end up walking into things really. Perhaps it's like the haunted monk or something.
What monk?
Well, that's the story, isn't it? The abbey, it's not an abbey. It's a manor house built on the ruins of some old monastery. The haunting is like the old inhabitants still roaming the grounds. You didn't know that?
I didn't. I didn't think you'd been here before.
You didn't ask me.
You said you don't like oldie world stuff.
I don't. Normally. I used to be trailed around these places by my mum when she was homeschooling. It was a lot of standing in the rain, being read guidebooks, getting hypothermia. I think she was being creative or something.
So that's why I didn't see you much at school. You were there for a bit, though.
Yes.
But homeschool? I didn't know people did that. Is it...
It's because I was supposed to be training. You know, the dancing. It's not that exciting, really. Look, maybe we should just walk somewhere else. It's getting cold anyway.
It's not a monk, though. It's just...
Some random creepy guy. Probably.
I don't know. I've got this odd feeling that they're staring. They want...
To say something. But if she knew, if I told her, what would happen? The light was dwindling. I was running out of...
Can we go?
Oh.
I've still got to work tonight, remember? And...
I thought this wasn't one of your shifts. You said you'd taken it off.
At Tesco's, but not at the bar.
But I thought...
I've got to work. I'm not going to uni with the rest of you, am I?
Sorry.
No, it's nothing.
You didn't want to? You're doing your music anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to be really good. I mean, you're, like, really committed. I'd love to hear something.
Thanks, but... Look, let's not spoil the moment.
I didn't mean to.
She looked down at the water and frowned, as if she'd seen something she didn't like. Then back up at me, suddenly serious.
You used to stay on at the ice rink when I was practicing, didn't you? After your friends had gone? Huh. We should have done this earlier, you know.
We've had a nice day, though. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
Thing is, you're leaving now anyway, aren't you? Everyone is. It's stupid that we're meeting up now, doing this, and you're going. Ugh. I feel like someone's watching me. We should just walk back.
I'm not going straight away.
But you are going. So...
She's saying goodbye.
We could write.
What? Like pen pals at school?
Darkness eating up the corners of the scene. The spill of sunset turning the ground sepia. This is a mistake.
What is it?
Sorry. I thought I heard something. Did you hear?
Maybe we should just go.
If you don't stop this...
Well, let's take a photo or something. Remember it.
Yes. All right. I could write. I'm just not very good at that sort of thing. I'm not patient. Let me get the camera.
But there was something in the background. In the photo.
Lucy. Oh, sod it. Why can't I?
A sudden premonition as she walks out of sight, into the darkening wood. She wouldn't be back.
Lucy!
I shout.
I'm just getting my bag. I left it with the bike.
But it's not a ghost.
I rifle through the old notes and cards in my wallet where I kept the photo.
You!
Still there. This could prove it. Prove that it really did happen.
It's you! What the hell?
Suddenly everything has changed. The illusion is broken. He sees.
I see you.
He's pointing.
I know who you are.
And horror. There is horror in his face, as I know there is in mine. His hand at his mouth, my hand at my mouth. I want to say something. I can't.
This can't be right. Lucy. Lucy!
In my hands, I look down at the folded piece of paper I've taken from the wallet, hardly bearing to open it.
Here we are. I've no idea how to take a picture backwards.
Lucy, the person, the shadow, I've worked it out.
Later. Come on. Get close.
In my hands is the picture. The photo. There she is. Lucy, her hopeful eyes staring back. My face pressed against her. Perfume mingled with the smell of summer grass. Everything I remembered. Something else I hadn't noticed before. The shadow in the background.
Say cheese.
And that shadow is me. 15 years too late. Not too late. Lucy! Lucy, can you hear me? I shout, I bellow. She inclines her head, something catching her attention. This is my moment. Lucy, I have to tell you something. Something I should have told you. I love you. They both glance back at me now. My heart races. I'm almost giddy with the possibility. I could make it around the lake in 5 minutes. I could change. Something is wrong. The light is shining through them. No. They're not moving at all. Like an image. Weightless, ghostly, translucent even. Lucy, can you hear me? Please. But they don't hear. Because they're not really there. The image across the lily pond wavers, shifts, and disperses. Because the picture I'm seeing is not across the water, but a reflection in it. It's drifting away with the ripples of the water. And the years. And the years. I never did see her again. We cycled back to the station, awkward goodbyes. Promised to keep in touch. Me going to university, her pursuing her music dream. Only not. Instead, she drove her car off the road one evening. Too many thoughts, too little sleep. Hands off the wheel, eyes closed for good. The letters I wrote went unopened, collected up and put away in an empty room. Until, years later, I heard it all. The death. And the funeral. And the dreadful, silent absence. I wrote to her mother hopelessly belated regrets, and received back a picture, now faded and folded away.
You are such an idiot.
I got distracted. And if I'd known her better, if I'd known you better, Lucy, I could have said goodbye to something more than a ghost. Of a chance.
Well, you should have done this earlier, you know.
Or maybe I could have changed things. Not wait around, not let things pass me by, but for the shadow of a doubt. I would have broken the spell, turned that moment her face was against mine, and kissed her. And what if I travelled down from university, or skipped the year, been there at the front row of the Blue Turtle Bar, cheering her on when she stepped onto stage? Would it have changed what happened? Would we have worked? Would she have even said yes?
Let's not spoil the moment. We still have the sunset.
Lucy. Lucy.
Just the sunset.
A Haunting Beyond the Lake by Richard H. Brooks. Johnny Glasgow played the narrator. Tarn Purley played Lucy. Mark Maxwell played me. Directed by Matthew Boudreau. Music by Dane Leonardson. Dialogue editing by Richard H. Brooks. Sound design and post-production by Matthew Boudreau. Credits by Fiona Thrale.
Do you dig science fiction? Then get ready for the hardest-hitting sci-fi you've ever heard. The Galactic Football League series by #1 New York Times bestselling author Scott Sigler is now a free, unabridged podcast. It's Star Wars meets Peaky Blinders meets Ted Lasso. The GFL is a star-spanning, high-action, high-stakes, coming-of-age story set against the backdrop of a professional football league 700 years in the future. Follow the journey of Quentin Barnes, a gifted athlete who must travel from his backwater system to the galaxy's sprawling empires in his quest to be the best there's ever been. But he needs to watch his back as organized crime runs every franchise, fixing games and assassinating rival players. That's the Galactic Football League series. Search for Scott Sigler, Sigler, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a co-founder of the Go Kid Go Network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. During her journey, Isla meets new friends, including King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, and learns valuable life lessons with every quest, sword fight, and dragon ride. Positive and uplifting stories remind us all about the importance of kindness, friendship, honesty, and positivity. Join me and an all-star cast of actors including Liam Neeson, Emily Blunt, Kristen Bell, Chris Hemsworth, among many others, in welcoming the Search for the Silver Lining podcast to the Go Kid Go Network by listening today. Look for the Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.